so to the opening semi-final of the Game Feed Select Stakes. In Trap 1 is the Maria Byrne Onden trained Dysart Kira, a daughter of Dubis Vieri and Davdor Dashing. She's won 7 of her 26 starts, many of them coming here at Waterford. In 2 is Avis Fantasy, a talented son of Premier Fantasy and Kingsmill Beauty, trained by Seamus Graham for the Still Dreaming Syndicate. This fellow had 10 wins in his card. In 3 is Urar Gem, trained by Pat Buckley for Tom Gleeson, a son of Boherna on Air, and Life's Beautiful. He's won 5 of his 15 outings. 4 is Cool Cougar, the Derby runner-up, owned by the Dazzling Syndicate, of course, trained by Dolores Ruth. This dog with blistering early speed and a certain favourite in this one. In 5 is Toker Turbo, owned by Philip Lynch and Michael Cullen, the son of Druby Scolari and Kyrus Turbo. And completing the lineup in Trap 6 is Klein and Cash, a second runner for Pat Buckley, owned by Joe McElhone, and this another son of Boherna on Air, and Life's Beautiful. He's won 7 of his 10 outings. Nothing wrong with that record. And so runners in traps for the opening semi-final of the Select Stakes. In 1, Dysart Kira. 2, Avis Fantasy. 3, Urar Gem. In 4, Cool Cougar. 5 is Toker Turbo. And out in Trap 6 we have Klein and Cash. The hare coming up behind traps. Away they go on a fast start from the outside by 5, Toker Turbo. 3 going well in the middle, Urar Gem. Now 2, Avis Fantasy showing good speed. And into the bend, 2, Avis Fantasy takes up the running. From the outside, 6, Klein and Cash. 3 between runners, Urar Gem. But it is 2, Avis Fantasy by a length now to 6, Klein and Cash. 3, Urar Gem back in third, but still 2, Avis Fantasy leads to the third bend. But 6, Klein and Cash trying to challenge on the outside off the final turn. 6, Klein and Cash. 2, Avis Fantasy off the final turn. It's 2, Avis Fantasy going on to win. Oh, desperately close for second. 3, Urar Gem finishing well with 6, Klein and Cash, but it was Avis Fantasy held on in 28.74. And the result of the opening semi-final of the Game Feed Select Stakes, a fine victory for Trap 2 Avis Fantasy. Second was Trap 6 Klein and Cash, and back in third was 3 Urar Gem. The winning time 28.74. And so on to the second semi-final of the Game Feed Select Stakes. The runners in 1, Piercestown Sean, trained by Michael Delahunty, a son of Hondo Black and Piercestown Pet, well drawn on the fence, and not without a chance if he happened to hit the lids. Next in 2 is Mildeen Tally, the Oaks champion, trained by Dolores Ruth for A. O'Connell and Clive Francis. This is a daughter of Headbound and Toledo Beauty. She starts and she stays, and she'll be very hard to beat if she happens to hit the front. Trap 3 is an on-runner, so the next we see is 4, Krelko, trained by Robert Gleeson from Michael Roach and Tony Roach, son of Premier Fantasy and Penny's Monarch, a dog with fine early dash, would prefer a rails pitch. In 5 is Razzle Dazzle Riga. This fellow needs no introduction, trained by Dolores Ruth from Eolamar Hurtig, son of Brett Lee and Razzle Dazzle for a absolutely devastating early speed. And completing the lineup in 6 is Terminal 2, owned by Ray Harney, a son of Black Shaw and Lukey's Colleen. He's won 9 of his 20 outings. And so to the second semi-final of the Game Feed Select Stakes. The runners 1, Piercestown Sean. 2, Mildeen Tally. Trap 3 is vacant. In 4, Krelko. 5, Razzle Dazzle Riga. And in 6, Terminal 2. The hare coming up behind traps. The start all important. And away they go in a flying start by 4, Krelko leads to the opening turn. From in second, 5, Razzle Dazzle Riga. Then comes 1, Piercestown Shaw, and Mildeen Tally missed the kick. She's back and forth, but out front it's 4, Krelko. 5, Razzle Dazzle Riga is nearest pursuer. Now 2, Mildeen Tally goes third, but 5, Razzle Dazzle Riga asserts into the third bend, goes up the inside of 4, Krelko. 2, Mildeen Tally drawing closer, but it's 5, Razzle Dazzle Riga. The favourite leads off the final turn. 4, Krelko coming back with a challenge. Here comes 2, Mildeen Tally, but 5, Razzle Dazzle Riga does it. Second was Trap 2, Mildeen Tally, with 4 in third, Krelko. The winning time 28.56. And so the result of the second semi-final of the Game Feed Select Stakes. The winner, Trap 5, Razzle Dazzle Riga, justifying odds-on favouritism. Second was 2, Mildeen Tally, and back in third was 4, Krelko. The winning time, a superb 28.56. And the all-important trap draw for the final of the Game Feed Select Stakes, and has resulted in 1, Avis Fantasy. In 2, Mildeen Tally. 3, Urar Gem. In 4, Razzle Dazzle Riga. 5 is Klein and Cash, and out in Trap 6 is Krelko. It certainly is a high quality contest, and don't forget that final will take place at Waterford on Saturday night.
There were 2 smashing semi-finals. First semi-final there, the Eves dog ran very, very well out and gone, and the Killannon dog came back to challenge hard, and Pat's other dog, the Tree dog, the Urar dog, came in hard, running home strong as well. Second semi-final, Krelko flew away. I think he did a 309 split, phenomenal split, like, so they're going a good rattle. Riga ran very, very well, and the Oaks winner Tally cracking home as well, like, you know, so it's all August to be a very, very good final. Final should pan out pretty well. I think the draw has worked out pretty well. The Eves dog has got 1. The Oaks bitch is in 2. The Killannon dog in 5. I don't think the draw makes a terrible lot of difference to him. He runs up as straight as a barrel. Regal, they'll be happy enough with 6, and as Dura dog went well out with 3. Krelko probably out, drawn a bit too far out, but he flashes away. And all August for a very, very good final. I'd say Graham's are very, very happy. They're probably the happiest of the whole lot with trap 1. Like, they had him here in the first round as well, and he ran very, very well. It's nice to see a dog come back from injury as well, because he has had these problems. As I said, the 5 dog drawn perfectly. I'd say everyone will be generally happy with the draw.
Yeah.
I say 10x called Colleen.